that sort of language that a car can be ruined, no longer functional, but it's it still exists. It hasn't been.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, speaking to the issue of life and death, what's interesting is that when Jesus says in Matthew 10:28 that God can destroy both body and soul in hell, you're right that word apollumi there, when it's used in certain ways, can mean something like ruin or waste or lose or whatever. But everywhere in the Synoptic Gospels that it's used in the way Jesus uses it there. So it's in what grammarians call the active voice, and it's got human beings as the direct object of that verb. Everywhere in the Synoptic Gospels and in most places elsewhere in Scripture, it means kill or slay. So, for example, Herod didn't want to ruin, waste, or lose the baby Jesus. He wanted to kill him, right? And the Pharisees didn't want to ruin, waste, or lose the adult Jesus. They wanted to kill him.
We even have that in our own culture where we're watching the Bills and the Chiefs and we're going like they just destroyed them. Well, we don't mean that they actually annihilated them, although we'll say they annihilated them, they killed them, but we actually mean something different. So,
and that's where he's kind of taking, Kirk here goes ahead and actually goes the opposite of what Chris is saying. Because it's not like they annihilated him, in saying the idea of killed. So again, looking at the language, they're trying to emphasize one thing over the other, even though there can be a understanding of both within the same word. And you have to really be more particular as to which one you're choosing, or you have to leave it to the fact of saying, okay, looking into context and what's happening. Because if you're talking about hell, which Hades, then it's not going to be annihilation.